ever sit with someone and you felt the distance while they're just sitting in front of you? I think one of the strangest feelings in the life is like realizing a connection no longer feels natural anymore. It completely feels like an act. Everything about the connection begins to feel fake. And even you start questioning your existence. Not because anything special happened that it got like that. I mean, there was no huge betrayal. It was not even that dramatically. It was just because the energy just slowly started to change over the time. And something important that I learned was like back then in Germany where I used to live, when I used to take chemistry class, my chemistry teacher said like something really important. We learned that energy cannot be lost, but that energy can always convert. It always transforms. Energy is always transformation. The energy never can get lost. Energy is like emotion. Energy can't die. Energy is what keeps everything alive. One of the worst part, I would say, is like that most of the people, they feel when a connection is fading. The thing is just they don't admit it to themselves because they don't want to. They are afraid of it. And guys, we always are afraid of so many things. We are afraid of height. We are afraid of snakes, of tigers, of everything literally. But we just have to get always over it. Something you suddenly start feeling are the weight of the conversations. It's like very difficult for you and you always get exhausting by doing that. You will see awkward pauses that never existed before. You try to reconnect the connection that once was there and you fail by doing that. You know why you fail? Because you're focusing on the wrong thing. You want to try keep something alive that has already died. Just understand that most of the things, they don't last forever. Just move on. You always have to move on no matter what. Something what I have seen by experimenting being a completely fake person is that a lot of people, they stay forced in connections and they just do it because they feel completely attached to those connections and not because of the necessarily. Like, be honest, this connection isn't completely necessary to you. The connection still feels genuine. You just miss the old comfort that you used to have when you had like a stronger connection to those people. You miss how things used to be while seeing all those other beautiful things that you have around you. Try more focusing on that. Something most of the people do not understand is that just because they have known somebody for literally a whole lifetime, literally for so many years, they think, oh, this connection is so strong, and they can't believe that they just outgrew a connection that has like been there for so many years. Your best friend can now just be a normal, regular person, and life is like that, guys. You have to understand, people come and people go. That's how the life works. You make space by releasing something. It's like I said with the energy thing. Energy don't get lost, it just transforms, and it's your timing now for transformation. A really clearly sign that I want you to point out in your head is like that a connection just feels forced and it starts to feel mentally exhausting after the interaction with them or even between it. Feel like you just don't have any energy left. Your energy just converted to another place. It doesn't have to mean that the person was evil or that the person was like really bad or something. I mean, it could like even be the most kindest persons in the world and you still wouldn't feel attached to them anymore. They could be literally some type of angels, but you just outgrew their character. It's your personal energy that doesn't feel attached to them anymore. You kind of start to overthink everything you say because the connection that was once there is not there anymore. You don't even feel comfy around them anymore. It is just an act and you are the actor. You are literally filtering your personality and that doesn't make you real anymore. It doesn't make you you anymore. And you have to be you have to be real. You may be asking yourself now, but Joania, how does a real connection look like? What is the difference between a real and a fake connection? And I'm going about to tell you this right now. One of the biggest difference between a real and a fake connection is how your mind reacts and how your body language shows up when you are around the person. For example, we all know that real connections, they are natural. They are just as clean as possible. You always feel comfy around the person. You're always happy around the person. You can always share your thoughts. They're not going to judge you. A real connection just feels calm, acceptable, and not intense. Don't constantly overthink yourself around them, because you know they don't think that you are them. And also very important, you don't feel the pressure to impress them every single second. While between a fake, forced connection is the exact opposite. You always overthink everything that you do, you don't feel calm around them, you feel kind of stressed inside of you, but you don't show it out. You get exhausted easy, your energy level goes just as down as possible, and you don't know what to do. Maybe they just said something they found funny, but you haven't find it funny and you don't know how to react, and they are then about to tell you some things that makes you like more stressed about it, and you don't know how to escape this friendship. I'm going to be honest with you guys. Because literally I can't stand it out either. And it happened to me literally so many times. I used to be like really a complete fake person, and that's why I can talk about it. Real connections allow authenticity. Forced connections they require performance. Sometimes the connection gets forced because two people grew into different versions of themselves. And this is where it gets confusing. Because out of nowhere, both people stop relating to each other, either mentally, emotionally, or maybe even spiritually. At first, they don't let it show. They're continuing having the same conversations they used to have. And they still repeat the same patterns. And are still pretending that everything feels identical. I mean, we all are actors. They act, we all act. Some people are better in it naturally, and some people aren't. It is because people are afraid of coming out of their comfort zone, afraid of how things will become with the distance. And this, my guys, this creates a more emotional exhaustion. Basically, and remember that most of the times when a connection starts to feel forced to you, you are not the only one feeling it, because you and the other person will feel it as well. Most of the times both people feel it. The one is just better in pretending than the other one. Sometimes people even ignore forced energy and tell themselves always they are just overthinking it, but they aren't. What I want to say is, don't ignore your inner feelings. They are fucking important. Always stay loyal to yourself, as loyal as you can. Don't ever ignore your intuition. You have to hear your inner feelings, you have to hear yourself. Don't get fucking lost. You are growing, and all you need to have right now is just patience. And do not forget it anymore. Respect yourself as much as you can. Thank you very much for watching my video till the end. I really hope you could learn something important out of this video, because for me it's always important to help you guys understand the environment and yourself. I always wanted to study psychology to help people, but I realized I can help people also by doing this type of videos, and I don't have to study for it. So thank you very much, like I said, for watching this video. I would be very happy over some like. I will also be very happy over subscribe, and you can always share this video. And if you're down for it, let me know feedback in the comments down below, or if you have any questions or recommendations for a future video, you can always let me know.